Hello and welcome to NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez. Um, First things first, let's get to today's matchups. And our first matchup is Monte Ellis versus Joe Johnson. Monte Ellis is the starting shooting guard for the Golden State Warriors. He's part of their big three of Stephon Curry, him, and David Lee. Joe Johnson is the starting shooting guard for the Atlanta Hawks, five-time NBA All-Star. Um, he um, he can also play point guard and small forward. Uh, I think that Joe Johnson's really a good scorer. He's a great scorer. They're both great scorers, but I think that Monte Ellis is more consistent. So like if a team's looking for like a really consistent scorer, then you would want to go with Monte Ellis probably. But if you're going with somebody, if you want to get somebody that can knock down shots in clutch times, sometimes, but also can score consistent. I mean, Joe Johnson, he's he's so good, but he's so inconsistent at the same time. And of course, sure he's been an all-star the last 5 years, but the entire time he's just been off and on, and he goes in these streaks where sometimes he gets really hot, scores 30 plus points, like 3 games in a row or something like that. But then he'll go and he'll score like 12 points in a game, and then maybe 10 points, and then he'll go back up to 18. He's really streaky. Um, I think I'm gonna give this matchup to Joe Johnson. I think that Joe Johnson is a better player than Monte Ellis, but I think that because Monte Ellis is more consistent, um, he might be better for some teams that are gonna need a consistent scoring uh, threat. So even though I'm gonna give this matchup to Joe Johnson, sometimes I think Monte Ellis can be better. Um, our next matchup is James Harden versus Landry Fields. James Harden is a backup shooting guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's kind of their sixth man. He's probably better than their starting shooting guard Thabo Sefolosha, but I think Thabo plays a little bit better D, and I think that that Scott Brooks, Thunder head coach, wants James Harden to be able to come off the bench and produce off the bench. Um, so I think that that's why he takes him off the bench. But James Harden has really proven effective, not only in the regular season but in the playoffs this year. When they need him, he's always ready. Now Landry Fields, he's the starting shooting guard for the New York Knicks. Um, he's really He's a really good player. He was a rookie this year. He made the All Rookie first team. Um, he was drafted in the second round. He was kind of a second round draft steal this year. Um, I'm gonna give this matchup to James Harden, but I think that Landry Fields, he was only a rookie, so I think that he's really gonna emerge into a very good player in the NBA. I still think James Harden's better, and he's gonna keep getting better. Um, but Landry Field is also gonna keep getting better. Um, James Harden, he's a really good player, and I like him a lot. And he gets this matchup. Now let's get to NBA headlines. First, the Minnesota Timberwolves have interviewed former Atlanta Hawks head coach Mike Woodson. And second, the first NBA game of the season is to be the Chicago Bulls versus the Dallas Mavericks. Thank you for watching NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez, and I will see you next time.